This show is brought to you by Golive TV. Download the app now.
Good morning. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, Joe.
Welcome to the Joe and Joe Show. We are back. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks.
Few days after official summer.
And you know what? It's warm. I really appreciate that summer did not lie to us. It's hot, it's warm, and I actually just, Jocelyn and I just went to Montreal, and it was absolutely beautiful to walk in the old Montreal. It's just breathtaking. So I am so grateful today that we are back with our viewers. We have missed you. I hope you've missed us. And today we're looking forward to have another 30-minute chatting about life, being happy, gratitude, sharing our stories, which really is what we're all about. You know, the last time that we started the show, I said, have you taken your vitamin G? So, Joe, have you taken your vitamin G today?
I think I did. And when you take your vitamin G gratitude, there's the power in being grateful. Grateful brings thanksgiving, and it drives you to be victorious.
Yeah, you look beautiful today. I can tell you have taken something that makes you vibrant and very happy today.
I feel happy and healthy, and I'm grateful for that.
That's awesome. So we want to say thank you so much for your comments, for sharing our show, for liking, all that goodness. We're really feeling that every time we see you. And we have met some people in person. They're like, you know what? I like your show. And that just makes us really happier that somebody's watching it and they're enjoying it. Send us your comment. Tell us what you think. Any topics that you would like us to cover. Absolutely. We would like to do that. And perhaps maybe in the future, you can join our little session here and have a chat with you.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, Joe and Joe Show gives an opportunity to us, to all of you, our viewers, to express gratitude through your stories and through your work. And that's what we're really looking forward to in the future, to share with you and have fun, enjoy it. Good, bad, rainbows, rain, summer. We embrace everything because life has it all. And we're just here to share it and embrace it and just be happy people. That's
Absolutely.
What we're here for. Right, Joe?
Yeah, just embrace what's good, what's happening in your life, that it's happy, because what's around you, it's full of challenges and
absolutely.
Things like that. But when you focus on what's good, then what's bad, it becomes a little bit lighter.
Absolutely.
Right?
I agree. So our topic today, I was thinking, we have so many that we're going to be talking about throughout our show. And today is my life-changing moment. And I think we have so many. And some of them are good, some of them are bad. But you know what? The world has so much going on. And a lot of times it's not very positive. So we have chosen to just share the positive moments in your life.
The good news.
The good news. We need good news, especially in the morning when you wake up, you have your coffee, and the first thing you hear is what's going on here. Somebody is bombing here, and terrorism is going here, floods are going here, and you're like, oh my gosh, am I going to go through the day?
It is a scary world, and you live in fear.
Absolutely.
But we're just going to embrace the good, not the evil. So talking about what we have been experiencing, the weekend past, the event in Montreal.
Yeah.
Joe, can we share that with our viewers? It was, I'm sure for those who are on our Facebook pages, on our Instagram, you have seen the beautiful pictures, but what do you think, Joe? What was the best moment of the weekend?
There we are. So this weekend, I mean, we have been in Montreal in the past, but this particular weekend, I think it's going to mark one of my life-changing moments. So we're going to share it more later.
Oh, look at those beautiful pictures.
Oh my gosh. Shelter Them has been running the annual gala in Ontario in Toronto, or the GTA. But you know what? We thought, let's grow. Let's keep growing. We have been, you know, doing the gala as well in Newfoundland, which is incredible. David and Sherry Jenkins are cooking it.
Joe, I look forward to October to see our friends.
Beautiful. And now, you know, we had friends who are like, you know what, guys, we're in Montreal. Why don't we run this? Let's do this together. And we're like, God loves you.
can I give a hands up for Raquel Borland and her husband Dustin? They're a pastor at one of the church in Montreal called Reach Montreal. If you're in Montreal, you can go visit the church. Reach Montreal, beautiful church, beautiful people. So Kelly, her name, they go by.
She's a twin, and she's identical twin too.
She was our event coordinator, and God bless you.
She did a great job. I mean, she had a little bit of help because the first time, Aretha Kalu, who is our amazing event coordinator, she's like the mentor for all of us, which is that good. She helped her, and yesterday we had an amazing event, and Shelter Them is growing in Montreal. Oh, en français, you know?
C'était magnifique.
Magnifique. Vraiment. So we're so happy that yesterday it marked our memorable moments in Montreal for Shelter Them, which is helping children in Rwanda and families to grow, have education and homes and everything else we all deserve. So yay to the event yesterday. We were blessed to receive really special guests from the government of Rwanda and
Shakila
Umutoni, who is chargée d'affaires in Rwanda. She came. It was just great to see everyone coming and enjoying themselves. So, yay to yesterday is really something that I'm going to remember.
And our sponsors, of course, and all our volunteers. Thank you so much.
Madame Dallaire, Sylvie Dallaire, avec la Fondation. It was great. So, that's not what we're here talking about, because we're, in the past we've had moments that really marked us. But not to go too far, yesterday was one of those. So I'm glad we shared that.
For sure.
So we have some personal stories too. I mean, guys, go through your life stories. If you have something that has marked your moment, send us your comments. Say, hey, at that time, at that age, whatever, it could be 2 weeks ago or 20 years ago. If you feel like there's something that really marked you that's life-changing,
memorable,
send us a comment and let's share. And personal stories as well. We want those. And Jocelyn, I know she has some that is so sweet.
When we're talking about personal, of course, I have many memories, but one of them, it is having Aliyah, our little girl, my husband and I, after 11 years, since 2003, May, that's when we got married, waited for 11 years before we had our little girl. So it has been a roller coaster. Look at that smile.
Oh my God, she's so cute.
Beautiful little girl. I think it was about 10 months there, and it took us 11 years. Joe, you remember the struggles. I waited and waited. I went through IVF, I went through surrogacy, I did everything I could
as a mother
as a mother to have a child. After I remember the June 11th, the first time I held my little girl.
How many pounds?
6 pounds. So tiny. It was just so tiny little girl, and I was overwhelmed. That is my best moment of my life that I will never forget. Thank you, God, for giving me this precious little angel, and we're forever grateful. She just celebrated her 5th anniversary 2 weeks ago, and that is my just memorable time.
And you know what I love is this. We're twins, and I love when she got confused sometimes. She's like, Mommy, Auntie Joe, which one are you? I'm like, I just love this because I could be her mom too if I really play along. And I know my kids do that too when they were little. They're like, hi Mom, hi Auntie Joe. I'm like, just don't worry about it. Just call us whatever you want. It was so sweet that we can play moms for our kids because we just look so much alike. That's awesome. I love it. Yeah, I remember that.
It's a life-changing.
Yeah, it is. I mean, being a mom for mothers out there, your first moment, you hold your child and to your chest, your first bath, and how the rooms smell, and just your life is upside down because you have no much sleep, but yet just the beauty and the joy of having your little child. I think all mothers can come and testify, sit with us and tell us there are many stories how they felt the first baby and the second. Baby, you have a child and it hurts because mine was about 12 pounds, wasn't 6 pounds, okay? So it hurt.
I remember how big you are, Joe.
I was so big and so swollen, but oh my gosh, like all the pain that you went through for 9 months completely is washed away, and you feel like, oh my gosh, the moment is heavenly. And trust me, after that, it doesn't take long as mothers to see another little girl and another little boy in the, I don't know, at the store. You'd be like, I want another one. You'd be like, you can't even remember. the pain,
Yeah.
but they're beautiful. So
Yeah.
that's wonderful.
How about you, Joe?
Yeah. Like I was going through stories. What can I share that has touched my life? I know if we start talking about kids, nothing else is gonna. We're not gonna talk about anything else as moms, right?
They're our treasure.
But there's something that really touched me. So I was, like Jocelyn and I from our previous stories or a show, we talked about how we came to Canada, and after a few years we went back to Rwanda, right? And it was about 7 or under 10 years being here in Canada. And I remember when we went, we saw a family, which was amazing to see mom and siblings. But there's one thing that we did. We went to visit the Genocide Memorial in Kigali. Mm-hmm. And this is a place where hundreds and hundreds of people, thousands actually, are buried. And there are stories in each room that tell you how the genocide against Tutsi happened, and we were reading, we're very sensitive, and we're crying and we're broken somewhat because of the history. But yet you get to the wall where they're talking about people who have forgiven each other. These are people who have forgiven their family killers, and they now live together in a community in the same village. They share their farming, and they're friends.
They work together.
They become friends.
Neighbors.
So when I saw that, to me, it was like, why do we hold grudges against each other? Somebody will look at you the wrong way. Somebody will brush off. And you're just angry all day, and everybody's paying for it. And I'm like, if they can do it, why can't I? Why can't we? Forgiveness, which is really, I think the journey to forgive others start with understanding the other person through a lens of empathy and compassion. So really when I visited the site, the memorial site, Genocide Against Tutsi in Rwanda, I feel like my life was changed, and it allowed me to forgive easier. It become easier to forgive because if they can, you can as well. So you have that ability, so you have to want it, and if you add a little bit more, like I say, compassion, love, and everything, it becomes easy to forgive, and that really gives you better relationship, and it allows you to be free to do what you love. Because a lot of time, fear, anger, bitterness, resentment stop us from doing things.
Forgiveness equals free.
Absolutely, freedom,
and that is worth.
And so when I was telling you about, when I was watching my favorite show, Games of Thrones, and I was like, I can't believe next news. I'm looking on the television, and I saw Jamie Lannister, who is Nicolaj. I can't say his last name, God help me. I wrote it down here. Coaster Waldo? Nicolaj. I call him Nicolaj, but that's Jamie Lannister. He went to Rwanda.
Wow.
And I was like, awesome. Oh my gosh, that's his picture right there.
Oh my
He visited Rwanda, and I know I saw his pictures at the Genocide Memorial, and he went there with the UN as an ambassador, and so he visited Rwanda, and I think somehow he said it changed his life as well.
Wow,
because he saw what happened, he saw what kind of humanity what they're capable of. But yet, the people are changing. Rwanda is beautiful, and people are getting along. So all that stuff, I think, for somehow me loving Games of Thrones so much that I had to watch it like, oh my God, I'm holding my breath. It's almost over, and him being there, it was just amazing.
Absolutely.
And the most even amazing thing, he went to this district. It's one of the provinces in Rwanda. It's called the Bugesera.
Yeah, and that's what we are.
Bugesera is the actual land that the government gave us shelter them to build our village, our schools, our community centers, and homes. So I was like, I think Nicolaj and I have something in common. He his Games of Thrones, which I love. He went to Rwanda, not just to Rwanda, to my town. Yeah. And I was like, yay. I don't know if that changed my life, but I was touched. That's
memorable, Joe.
It is.
Absolutely. And exciting, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, so I thought for me, I probably shared a few things, not just one moment, but I thought we had something, that both of us kind of touched our hearts. That's and amazing. Visiting Rwanda and see what's going on.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we have another amazing story talking about memory when we spoke about 7 years ago.
Yep.
thousands of people when the President Kagame, His Excellency. So I think we have something to show.
Yeah, I remember, they were announcing that.
I think you spoke among thousands of people. Can you share that?
Yeah.
I will never forget that, Joe.
Oh, yeah. Remember, we knew that, we have Canada Day, we have Rwanda Day, but we never would think that we would have a Rwanda Day in Canada. But I think the president of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, he's somewhat different the way he does things. He reaches out to Rwandans even further from his country, from our country. The diaspora people.
Yeah.
So he's like, hey, we don't have to have Rwanda Day in Rwanda. We can have a Rwanda Day anywhere in the world as long as you are there.
Creating a relationship
with his people.
Important.
And so when we heard he was coming, and we knew that we have a Shelter Them project, which was running in Kigali, and we're renting homes for orphan children. And we thought, it's great. We're making a difference in lives, but these homes are expensive. We're paying rent all the time. We need a land when we can build, where kids can live together in a community, where they have a yard, they have everything they need. And so we thought this opportunity would be amazing to talk to Mr. the President of Rwanda, Kagame.
Absolutely.
So we thought, let's pray, God. We trusted that we're going to open our mouth, we're going to knock on doors.
Speak among about 8,000 people.
And we're going to make this happen, right?
So that's big faith.
It was something.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a clip. This is an old one. It's 10 years ago or more. It was 2013, I believe. Yeah, it was 2013. And so we have a clip. Don't make fun of my English, because I'm still learning English. Remember our previous shows? So, and I was nervous.
It's one of our amazing moments. Remarkable. And it birthed 5 acres of a land. So that's something to share with you.
Okay.
Let's share the video.
Please go ahead.
Thank you so much, and I just appreciate you coming over here, because I'm very persistent, and people are starting to think that I really need this very badly, and I do. I'm so happy to be here and to be part of the Rwandan Day. My name is Josephine. Nitwa bukuru, uyu yitwa butoyi, turi impanga. Kandi tuvuga ikinyarwanda. Dukunda n'ikinyarwanda. But a lot of people have spoken in Kinyarwanda. Maybe we can try to communicate in English, so maybe some of our Canadian friends can understand what we're going to ask. So my question is, Mr. President, my sister and I are involved in a Rwandan community here in Canada, because we feel, like you said, this has been an amazing fair trade. It's an amazing trade. Twaje guhaha kandi duhaha neza. So, that being said, we have a lot of work in Rwanda, because it's who we are, and we want to connect with our roots. So we have orphans children that we help through an organization called Shelter Them. It's a registered Canadian charity, and we do have the charity registered in Rwanda as well. It's an NGO that's registered. We send about, it's just me and her. You can see we're just like, okay, but we want to be the leaders, okay? We send about $80,000 a year to help our kids, our future Rwandans. So, we bring about 12 Canadian every 2 years to visit, so perhaps they can come with an amazing trade. They want to go back to Rwanda and trade, because they're hearing amazing things in Rwanda. So every 2 years, we're actually getting overwhelmed, because people are signing up to go to Rwanda. It's an exciting, beautiful, clean country. But we have a project to build homes in Rwanda, because we don't want to do orphanages anymore. You know how it's like institutions. Our kids deserve to be in homes. We asked many times the government of Rwanda. We probably didn't go to the right source, but I'm sure you are. Can Rwanda provide a land so our Canadians, we can go and build homes? They are willing to put money into the building and everything, but not to buy a land. They're going, why would we buy a land in Rwanda to help Rwandans? So we can't answer that question. So please, if you can answer that question.
So I think it's simple. When you go to Rwanda, as you say you many times do, just approach the officials. There is the head of Rwanda Development Board there, or you could go to the mayor. All these people do facilitate people to get what they want. So it's a simple thing.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency.
Wow. I hope that you enjoyed that conversation that took a lot of effort. Yeah. Imagine speaking, just young women among men and women older, 8,000 people, and having an opportunity to speak. That is a dream of me and Joe. Yeah. That's never give up. So from that conversation, can you please share the construction of the community center? There's a picture there. And I would like to share with you that from that conversation, we were given 5 acres of land to build a rehabilitation center, which is going to include schools for skills, to give skills to students who they will never have opportunity, because after the high school, kids, they have no money to go to high school. So now, let's take a look at that construction. That is a community center.
It's going.
That is going. And we are hoping with your contribution, you can go to shelterthem.com. Shelterthem.com. These are the hearts. You buy the hearts for $25. Give us your name, and we'll have these hearts on our walls once it's done. And now I have my best friends, my co-workers, Goretti and Ann Nixon, that they have already signed, and they're already given their contribution. So go to www.shelterthem.com, $25 in commemoration of genocide, 25th genocide against Tutsi, and get the hearts. Buy the hearts so we can finish the wall and we can finish the entire rehabilitation center. And we are very proud, Joe.
Absolutely.
That's something I will never forget. Given a chance to speak, just 2 young girls among thousands of people. And from that, we have 5 acres to build and to give a chance children of Rwanda in Bugesera.
Absolutely. That is wonderful. So to me, like, I remember when I was given the opportunity to speak, it was really busy, and there were so many important people with more status than myself. And so when I saw that the opportunity is going and I don't have any more time, and we're literally starting to get up, like we start getting up and waving the flag and dancing to get attention, I'm going, I have a mission, okay? I think in the beginning when I started to talk, I'm like, sorry, I apologize, Mr. President, I'm very persistent. It's a problem of mine.
And that's a good thing, though.
But I think that problem got us a land, which we want all of you, our friends, to get involved.
Please
do join us and do that. And like we're talking about, that day has been a very remarkable, life-changing for us. But you know what? There's so much more life-changing coming. Can you imagine the day we're going to have the opening of our village with homes and schools in that land, and your names are on the walls for your $25 or $100 or $1,000. Don't be limited for $25, trust me.
Oh, no.
Because that land is going to cost us almost about $1 million. So we have a big plan to build that village and to give opportunity the community of Bugesera. Now, if you hear the story of Bugesera, it's heartbreaking, but yet you can see that there is hope. Bugesera was one of the most influenced in the genocide against Tutsi. 50,000 people died between 3 a.m. and 11 a.m. during the genocide against Tutsi. So that town was hit really, really hard.
Terribly.
So for us to go there and bring hope alongside with Nicolaj from the Games of Thrones, which I am so happy that he is there.
Yay.
And other people are there too. Other people are there too. But you can be there as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, Shelter Them takes trip to Rwanda. Like the next trip is 2020 in November. We have people signing up to go. Perhaps if you want to go visit where we're building the land, where we are doing this work, to be a part of it, not just financially, be there in person, we can make that happen as well.
Absolutely.
And really make a difference from something so small and just a passion to do good, just like our show is, really being grateful and help others.
And you know what I'm proud of Joe, talking about buying hearts? Let me say thank you to those who came to the gala on Saturday and bought the hearts.
Yes.
We have a good number of Rwandans who put their
Yes,
names
amazing.
on saying, I am in. I would like to contribute to this cause. So thank you so much. Our community, our Rwandans, we encourage you to come on board. Again, $25. Pay that. You use your go through the PayPal, or you can give us a call. Actually, give us a call.
Absolutely.
We can help you to go through the process of paying your $25 for your heart that is going to be on the wall.
Yes.
So that was such a beautiful thing to see how Rwandans at the gala came and say,
Supported.
"Oh, I want a heart."
And you know, the contribution is any contribution you have, small or large or medium, it would make such a big difference. And we are all volunteers. Shelter Them members here, we're all volunteers. Like I said, I have my job, which I really think it's beautiful what I do. I work with the Ministry of Education with blind
deaf
students from kindergarten to university, producing alternate text for them, like the Word, PDF, audios, and Braille as well. So that's a work for me that is contributing, and it does great. However, beyond that, we want to expand our hands to other places like in Rwanda. So I'm glad that we can share your contribution as well to just be a part of our work in Rwanda, and that's just great. Yeah.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
So many memories.
So many memories. So you know what? Please go to the Joe and Joe Show on Facebook. Send us your comments. What was your most memorable time or life-changing moment? Send us your topics. What would you like us to cover? And again, we're going to be having guests sometimes, and just for them to give them the opportunity on this platform to share your stories and your work and your gratitude. And again, gratitude, it really does not mean only the rainbows in your life. No, we want the hurricanes and the rain, and because it's a part of it. It's part of life.
We are.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
And so that's, I think that's an opportunity. And we want to, we're working on our show, and I think as we just started, this is our number 8, I believe, because we started on March 4th. I believe we're going to continue to change. We're evolving and we're growing with our viewers. So our comments, your comment, the topics we're going to be covering are going to be very, very different, because being grateful is really the foundation of our humanity. It's a foundation of what we call a pursuit of happiness, which is really, it starts from being appreciative of who you are. Take that moment, pause, say, I'm grateful for this. These count. These count. And then everything else in your life will start working for best and for better. So share your comments and your...
Actually, yeah. And then, talking about sharing your comments, I will encourage for those that have been to Shelter Them mission trip, that have been to Rwanda, that have seen our work, actually send us your comments as well.
Yes.
Say, what was your memorable time in Rwanda during a mission trip?
Yeah,
so people
absolutely.
can be encouraged as well.
go.
So I encourage you, Sherry, David Jenkins,
All the team.
Daphne, Scott, you know who you are.
Yeah.
Golu, Aretha, send your comments. I'm sure there's somewhere you were in Rwanda and you said this was a memorable time. I know Aretha and Brad, Brad proposed Aretha in Rwanda.
That was
in
amazing.
Morning beautiful around the mountains.
birds
I'm
singing.
sure that's one of your memory moment, Aretha. So
Yes,
send
that's
those-
a life-changing moment. We know that.
Yeah, so a good
Yeah.
friends of ours, the board member of Shelter Them,
them.
she was proposed in Rwanda,
wonderful.
and now she has been married over 8 years.
Yeah.
Isn't that an awesome thing too?
So speaking about living life with gratitude, today I think a big lesson for me and for you, hopefully, is how do you express your gratitude? I think today we learn about forgiveness. So what did you think about it after the show? If you have anything that's holding you back, if you think about someone and your waters are troubled, your heartbeat is a little faster, take a moment, pause, and say, God, I'm grateful, and I want to forgive. If they can do it, so can you, so can we, for us, for you, and for all of us, for the world. So let's be grateful and take our vitamin G every day and forgive everyone, because you can.
And when you forgive, remember you were forgiven.
Yes.
God has forgiven you.
Yes.
So you have responsibility.
Yeah,
so take
our
your
next show.
vitamin G.
Yeah.
Next show is July 8th.
Yes.
Join us.
And keep taking your vitamin G, and don't forget to forgive.